Hello, everyone. This is Sayami from FilmFestivalCircuit.com and the Assistant Director of the Oregon Documentary Film Festival. We're gearing up for our spring 2023 session, which will be on March 12th at the Clinton Street Theater in Portland, Oregon. But today I'm talking with Alec Helm, the director, producer, and overall creator of the documentary film See You in April. Thanks for meeting with me, Alex.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me.
Very good. Well, let's jump right in. What inspired you to make See You in April?
This movie really came from a place of love for my hometown. I grew up in a very small hometown in Maine, and as I kind of grew up and grew older, I found myself always turning back to it as a source of inspiration, even for like anything that I write or any like screenplays that I write or anything. I always find myself imagining. Uh, Things happening in that hometown. It's always inspired me. I think it's just a really fascinating place. And when I first started this film, which was in 2019, I was looking for an idea, and I asked myself, like, well, what do you really love? Like, what are you really passionate about? What is a film that you can make for yourself? And I thought about my hometown, and one of the things that I really love most about my hometown is this ice cream shop, which has always been there as long as I remember, and was always run by the same two people. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Like, these people who have had this business forever, and everyone knows them. Everyone I've ever talked to says that their ice cream is the best ice cream they've ever had. And it's really in the state of Maine, like, a place that everyone really knows. It's kind of like an institution. And I just thought, like, if I'm going to make a film about something I love, like, why not that? Like, find the story there and try to share. I wanted to share my love of that place with everyone else.
Absolutely, where there's nothing more universally adored than ice cream, so it is
Exactly.
it's a great topic. And that's interesting that you root a lot of stuff in this hometown of Maine. I would imagine that dairy cone is it?
That's right. Yeah.
Dairy cone probably factors subconsciously into a lot of those thoughts. Are you primarily a documentary filmmaker? You say you do writing, you do fiction.
It's funny. I'm kind of all over the place.
Okay.
I've been making films since I was a kid, and for the last 10 years now, which is amazing to say, I've been able to make my living full time as a filmmaker, which
Nice.
I'm really thankful for. And a lot of that is in the commercial world.
Okay. Yeah.
And a lot of the commercials I make are doc style commercials, which are, they involve real people. They're shot somewhat like documentaries, a little bit more cinematic and polished sometimes. But I do a lot of doc work that way. And I also do a lot of scripted commercials as well. And then on my own, I've always been making short films, writing scripts. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, really.
Okay. Totally. Well, you have a lot of experience in the field. I'm wondering though, did you encounter any hurdles, or did you learn anything from this particular process?
This movie was actually um, the hurdles with this movie, I think, were just the time it took to make it. Um, I filmed with them for the entire summer of 2019 from their first day. They opened in April, and then they're open all summer until they eventually run out of ice cream, which is in September
Wow.
when it starts to get cold. And I visited, I think, 3 or 4 times that year, and I filmed with them, filmed all of my interviews, and then I started to edit it, and then like right after I finished it, I got insanely busy, and I really wasn't able to edit it for a very long time. A lot of that had to do with the pandemic
Right.
uh, and having to work a lot as an editor, as a director, having a baby. I had a baby in 2020, and that was like again, the editing went on the back burner. And then it really wasn't until I guess the end of 2021 that I started editing it properly. Um, So it was a long time. And then once I really got into it, the ending went pretty smoothly. But as far as hurdles go, it was just finding the time uh, during the pandemic and everything that went with it to finish it. Um,
Totally.
yeah, it would have been interesting to make the movie, to continue filming with them during the pandemic because their business was impacted by it uh,
Totally.
so heavily. They stayed open the whole time, but it impacted the way they served the ice cream and their ability to get employees. So, but you know,
Well, it's an encouraging story to keep the passion project alive even amidst all the chaos.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm wondering, what is next for you in this arena?
It's something I think about a lot. I've got a couple ideas for future documentaries that would be feature length.
Okay.
I'd love to do something feature length. Uh, I also am writing some scripts that I could potentially shoot for a feature. I mean, I could potentially shoot in Maine. Like I said, I'm always thinking about everything every idea I come up with. I'm always like, oh, what if it was set in Maine? Like, what
Right.
if it was set in Waterville? And then I can kind of write it around the places I know I can film in. I Yeah, so I'm working on scripts, a couple new documentary ideas, and then I continue to just work as a filmmaker. I've been doing uh, both directing, editing, drone piloting,
Oh, nice.
yeah, everything. So I do it all.
That's awesome. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add about See You in April?
Um, I just want to say thank you for including me in this film festival and for interviewing me. And I hope that everybody gets a chance to see the film. I wanted it to be short and sweet like an ice cream cone,
Yep.
and I think it is. I think you'll really like it if you give it a watch.
Excellent. Well, I'm very much looking forward to screening it on March 12th at the Clinton Street Theater. This is going to be a fun, refreshing one for everyone. I think everyone can kind of universally get into the joy of this quaint spot and how long they've been doing this. And I got to say, the ice cream looks so delicious.
Thank you.
Maybe I need to like supply ice cream for everyone in the theater just so they don't go crazy watching this.
Yes, that reminds me of one other hurdle, which was
Yeah.
we went through a lot of ice cream while filming it,
For
and
the crew. Yeah.
we didn't want it to go to waste, so I jumped on that grenade and I ended up eating quite a lot of it. So that
Thank you
was
for that sacrifice.
it was tough, but yeah, it was worth it.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for talking with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from you.
Thank you so much.